My name's Claire, for anyone who doesn't know me. I'm going into third year in the University of Southampton, so starting my final year in September, which is absolutely crazy. And today's video is going to be about just answering questions that I've got from my YouTube channel, and I'm going to make it into a video because I think the questions people ask are actually so beneficial, not just for them, for me to answer to them, which I do reply to all my comments, but to talk about it in a video, because then everyone gets to understand the questions other people ask and then learn from their questions, if that makes sense. So today is a nursing Q&A, and yeah, let's get into it. So this first question is from ML, and they say, "Hey Claire, thank you so much for a great video." Thank you. A couple of questions. Did you do some bank healthcare assistant work during your degree, and did it help you in terms of learning, not just money? So this is a really good question, and it's something I definitely thought about before starting nursing. I didn't think I had enough experience in like the healthcare assistant kind of world. So I'll answer this question just in terms of what I've done. So I've actually never worked as a healthcare assistant, which I know some of you might be surprised at maybe, because I feel like a lot of people do it, and that's incredible, but it's not something I ever really got into, but I have had experience. So before I came to the University of Southampton, I'm actually from Dublin, as you can probably tell by my accent. But when I was in Dublin, I did pre-nursing, so I finished my equivalent of A-levels, which is called the Leaving Cert. I finished that, didn't get into nursing in Ireland, so then said, what other route can I take? So I knew there was a course called pre-nursing, and that is like, I think it's similar to a access course here. So I did that, and as part of that course, I had work experience, which technically was healthcare assisted work, and I think that work experience was for about 6 weeks, so not that long, but still kind of got my foot in the door and got to see what they do. And I think obviously that wasn't paid or anything, so in terms of money it didn't help at all, but I think in terms of experience and knowing what they do, that really helped, because I honestly really had no idea at that point what healthcare assistants do. I didn't do any healthcare assistant work during my degree, and I don't plan to until I finish, just because I'm super busy with other things. But I think it is a really good idea because it's a way of making money, but also getting to know the course you're going into, and you're getting experience in that field. The other part of that question was, how do you step up your skills in second year? I feel I am not 100% in basic care and bed bathing. I've never used a hoist, and I'm just finished first year. Will this cause me problems for my second year of placements? I'm panicking. So I would say definitely don't worry if you feel that your skills aren't up to scratch, because I think it all comes with experience and just time on the wards and time with patients. So I think you're only at the end of first year, so you still have second and third year and maybe even fourth year to step up on those skills. So I really wouldn't worry. But something you can do to maybe improve your skills would be, when you're on placement, to just offer to do more of the bed bathing, and if somebody needs hoisting, then maybe put your hand up and say, I haven't done it before, but I would really like to, can somebody show me how to do it? Because then that way you're getting experience, but you're not saying, oh, I've done it before, I'm really good at it, let me do it. Because obviously if you haven't done it before, you need to be really safe, because they are quite dangerous. So I hope that answered your question. I just think get as much experience as possible, basically. Put yourself out there and try and just do as many baths as possible, and then obviously if hoisting comes up, then you will be able to do it with someone, hopefully. Okay, this question is from M. Chahuri, and they say, I'm starting nursing in September. Do you have any tips in terms of preparation for first year? And this is actually a really good question, and I've gotten it a few times, but I am actually going to make a whole video on how to prepare for first year starting in September this year, or if you're going into the starting in January or February as well, and that will help you in terms of preparation and hopefully everything you need to know for first year. But I can give you a few points here. So I would say get to know your university, get to know the campus and all things like that. Hopefully you've gone to see it before. And I would also recommend looking up the 6 C's of nursing. And the 6 C's are 6 core values that nurses should follow and they should learn and know. And I feel like this is a really good place to start before you go into first year, because in first year you more than likely will maybe have an essay on it. I know I did, but I guess everyone won't. But even just knowing what they are, I think will help you just understand what nursing should be like and what you can work towards in terms of your core values. Okay, so the next question is from George Sin Soom, and they say, I am currently 15 and will be in year 11 this September, so young, and will be doing my GCSEs May 2020. I can't afford to go to uni and don't want to get in debt, so I want to do an apprenticeship. I'm really confused how to get an apprenticeship. When can I get an apprenticeship? Do I have to go to university for one? And if I work in the NHS job, a care home, will they give me an apprenticeship? Great video, by the way. Thank you. In order to get an apprenticeship, the main thing I know about apprenticeships, and I don't know that much, so maybe I'm not the best person to talk about apprenticeships, so I definitely do your own research as well. But everyone I know who has an apprenticeship or did an apprenticeship or is doing one has had a full-time job or a part-time job with NHS section, and from then they have kind of been scouted as having a lot of potential, and then their workforce puts them on an apprenticeship, and then they get to study part-time and work part-time. So that's my understanding on how you get an apprenticeship, but there could very well be other apprenticeships coming up in the near future, and you don't have to go to university in order to get one. You are given one on the job, and then you still get paid while you're studying. So that's the whole kind of point of an apprenticeship. It's not you going out of pocket or having to get a student loan or anything like that. It's you're getting paid part-time while you're working part-time, and this is just a way of supporting student nurses to get the best degree they possibly can, and then instead of coming back and working as a healthcare assistant, they can come back and work as a registered nurse once they are finished. Okay, so another question I'm going to answer, and this is going to be the last one because there's just so much to cover and I don't want to overwhelm you with billions of different topics and everything, so I feel like this is a good one to end with. Hi, thank you for all your videos. I'm starting nursing next month. Eek! And your advice has been great so far. Thank you. I know it's not a great importance, but could you do something on how you wear your hair on a shift, and if you wear makeup, what do you wear? The impression I get from friends who are healthcare assistants and nurses is that their appearance is fairly important as to look professional, as how professional they look. Thank you again. So no problem. And this is a really good question, and I've done a video on a makeup look as a student nurse, so if you want to, you can just Google Claire Quinn makeup and it should come up, and that video was basically a 5-minute makeup look on really natural and nothing too fussy makeup that I wear to placement every single day. And then as besides to hair, my main thing, I just do the same thing every day, which is so boring, but I just get my hair up into a low bun because it has to be off your shoulders in nursing. Well, it should be. So I just do a low bun like that, and then I would just put a grip in my hair in a low bun, and that's all what I do. And then the 5-minute makeup look. So I hope that answers your question, and I definitely do think it's important on how professional you look. I don't think really extreme makeup is professional, but I think a little bit making yourself look alive and glowy and just put together, and I feel better about myself, and I know that I feel more confident to talk to families and patients and stuff when I know I look presentable and professional. So I think it is definitely a good idea, but just make sure it's not too extreme, if that makes sense. So I hope you enjoyed this nursing Q&A, and thank you for watching if you are still here. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.